How's it going? My name's Sean. I'm a full-time clothing eBay reseller. This is my part-time employee.
Randy.
And today we're going to answer some questions from viewers because you guys have been asking how Randy does all the photos for the eBay business. So first off, Randy, what are some of the things you do like when you come to work?
I show up on time. I'm very punctual. I come in, I get the office ready, start it up, and then I separate the clothes if they need to be separated, or I start on them if they're already in their piles.
Perfect. So, as my employee of 1 year, Randy has done an exceptional job. And basically, if I'm sourcing, she'll just come into the office and get straight to work. And some of the things I expect her to do, like she covered already, is like sort the clothes if it needs to be a wash pile or just like straight up list pile. And then she goes through her photos. Now, you guys might be wondering how she does photos. We have this iPhone 7 Plus. It has 12 megapixel camera on the back. That's why I decided to get it, because the ones earlier aren't as good. And then the ones newer, obviously, like you're watching on this video, are tremendous. But this gets the job done, and that's what she's been using for a long time. She has tons of things. If you guys have seen some of the clips of this in our office that we're in, we have chargers, we have the shipping station, and then of course the photo station. So Randy, let's go to the photo station and just kind of like get a feel for how you would do it, because I haven't taken photos in a long time. You do all the photos. So let's jump over there and kind of see what you do. See what you do all day, you know? Because I'm curious too. Because sometimes I don't know. The clothes are just done and they're in the inventory. So we're gonna get a little behind the scenes into how this all works.
Mentioning all the detail-oriented.
All right, let's just do it like this. That's pretty good. I don't think I'm in it though. Can you look behind and see where I am?
You can see more of you.
My face?
No, it's just your neck.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like your chin down.
Yeah, no, that's no good.
Okay.
I'll just stand over here. So you stand back there where you were, and then I'll stand just like off to the side.
You can also
I'll just stand next to you. I can just stand here.
Point to those, because something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, Randy. Let's start from like before it's even here. So go ahead and put the phone down and just like grab the item how you normally would, and then just kind of go from the very beginning. And let's just see what we got here.
So I take it from the stack. I usually do shirts and pants separately.
Okay.
Separate stacks.
And we do two separate stacks because when I'm listing, I want to have all like the button ups together. I want to have all the pants or jeans in a row so that it's easier to sell, similar like the recent uploads you guys have seen, like how I list items. Randy actually plays a big part in determining like the order of the listings, and it's a subtle thing, but it's an important thing. All right. So next up, I see you're straightening the shirt.
For long sleeve shirts, we fold them in like this.
Very nice.
Picture of the front.
So she takes an overshot of the first photo. Like, this is your profile photo, definitely an important one. And I just like the look of having the sleeves kind of tucked in. What's like another thing you're looking for, Randy, before like you go to the next photo?
If there's any special features or imperfections, we take a picture of that, and that'll be the second picture.
Okay, so absolutely stains, imperfections have to be the second photo. If it's not, if it's a clean item, which is what we try to source, then she takes I call it a special feature. It's pretty much something that's out of the ordinary from a typical shirt. That would be like an embroidery on the chest or the sleeve, or in this case, we have an embroidery down at the bottom. So Randy would take that photo next. So she'll go with the brand of the item, the size, and then the material tag. And sometimes it's two separate photos like she's doing here, and then sometimes you can get them all in one, but a lot of times it's going to be two, and then sometimes they're down at the bottom inside of the shirts as well.
Okay, and then from here, we're going to flip the shirt over.
Yeah, and another thing, when she flips it over the back, it's kind of the same as the front, where she's going to look for a flaw, and then that photo would come in. And of course, it's not going to be the second photo, but I'll know that it is in the listing, so I just have to manually drag it to like the second or third photo, depending if there's that many flaws. But she takes her overshot of the back. Excellent. And then from here, what do you do, Randy?
From here, we're going to do the measurements. So I'm going to get my handy ruler. We're going to do pit to pit. Take a shot of one side, and then I'm going to turn it vertically and get a picture of the length.
Excellent. So a lot of buyers will ask, what about the sleeve length? What about the I don't know, shoulder to shoulder. There's just a lot of different ones. We only do those two, and it seems to get the job done well enough. So sometimes good enough is good enough. And Randy's folding it, and as you can see, she went pretty quick there, but it's basically a fold in the middle with the sleeves, and then you're folding it in half and then in half again.
And the last step to do, pop it in one of the cellophane bags.
Yep. Yeah, they're the clear like bags, and I have them linked below. So if you guys do click that link, I do get a little kickback, so I really appreciate that.
I'm gonna put a label on the front of it and take a picture of this. It's gonna be your SKU.
Definitely one of the more important things is getting the SKU photo. And sometimes I reuse some of the bags. Say I'm shipping and I have to like, get under a certain weight measurement. I'll put the old bag back there and it'll have a SKU. So she needs to make sure that she puts the new one on to ensure that it's in the correct order. And then you put it over here, right?
Now, final step. Bam.
Basically, I show up and it's already in the inventory, and then she hands me the phone. The phone will have all the photos from what she did, and then I can kind of get an idea of how much she did. And then I always expect a little less photos whenever she has to process all the items, because taking the tags off and buttoning up all the buttons, that definitely takes time, and it's much appreciated, Randy, because I did it thousands and thousands of times, and it's just nice to kind of pass that off, and then I can focus on other things like making this video and thinking of ways to distract Randy from doing her normal job. That's another added benefit whenever you work here. So that is that part of the business, and then I'm going to show you guys what we do when we have those photos to get them on the computer, because a lot of people were asking how I transfer the photos. I thought it was pretty simple, but we're going to really break it down for you next. Oh, hey, how's it going? Yes, I bet you're wondering, why do I have a giant sectional inside my office? That's a great question. And if you guessed this is the sponsor of today's video, then you are correct. This is a module sectional that you can assemble in any type of home. Now, if you wanted to, you could just have one single chair and put two armrests on either side. For this setup, we have the giant sectional. It can fit tons of families and friends, whether you're watching the football game, whether you're watching some of your favorite YouTubers talk about reselling. This is gonna get the job done. There's a couple things about it you need to know. One, every single cushion for the bottom is its own storage. This one comes with an ottoman, so that means you can store your games, you can store some of your thrift finds in here, anything you want, or you could just use it kind of like a coffee table if that's what you go for. Another thing about it though, it's actually really lightweight. For as big as this is, each section here is gonna be about 55 pounds. You can assemble and disassemble this very easily. All you need is the Allen wrench that is provided in the hardware, and you're able to get these setups. Now, if I were doing this for the office, I would probably not have the entire sectional, but I would have like a 2-seater couch or possibly a 3-seater couch, maybe even this 4-seater section right here, and just leave it so that people can hang out whenever we're talking shop, or just, people are coming to, I guess, interview for a new position. If Randy ends up not working out, please, Randy, you are going to work out. But yeah, this sectional has a lot of opportunities, because you can have, like I said, a 1-seater, a 2-seater, 3, 4. You could get this as long as you want to have a giant theater type situation to watch TV. I really like the feel of this product. It's not like the highest end sofa, but it's not cheap either, and it has a very sleek, classic look to it. These cushions, they are just velcroed on, so it has this piece of velcro and you just push it on back, stick it there. That's pretty much it. It's extremely comfortable. It has a little bit of bounce back with the foam here, so yeah, you pretty much push down, it leaves a little imprint, and that basically just means it's gonna like contour to your body, your back, so that you can find that exact comfort spot you're looking for. I definitely would suggest having some throw pillows in the corner, because on the armrest side, it doesn't have its own backer piece. It's just an armrest, and that's just to kind of like wall off and turn this into more of a sectional, rather than just having a gaping hole on the ends of the sofa. But overall, I give this a pretty solid 10 out of 10. I do like the wooden legs. They have hardwood wooden legs. They just screw into the bottom. I think that's a really classy look, because that's kind of like the base of the sofa, so you don't want to have anything cheap there. They went with some good materials on that. Really impressed with it. Glad I like it. If you guys are interested, the link's down below. All right, now that we're back at the desk, we have the photos that we got from Randy, and a lot of you guys were asking, like, how do you transfer from the iPhone, to my MacBook? So one thing you do have to do, which I kind of forgot how to do it, but you have to make sure you're not connected to the cloud, because if you are connected to the cloud, you cannot delete them off of the phone from the computer. So That's like a little backup that they have installed, and deleting them is actually a pretty big deal. I don't airdrop. I use this cable. So this is the USB-C to the Lightning because I don't have like the newest iPhones yet. They switched to USB-C though recently. Anyway, so you plug it into the laptop and then you plug into the back here, and you got to make sure that this is unlocked. So whenever it's plugged in, you're going to go to your computer and you're going to select the photos. And as you can see here, it's already populated the 551 photos. And right here, delete after import. This is a very important spot here. And like I said, you can only get this when you disconnect from the cloud like backup. And what we're going to do here is we're going to check mark and put Command A to select all of them. And then you want to make sure this is clicked, delete after import, and it's going to import all the photos from the phone to the imports folder here. And it's going to take a little bit of time. It's really not that much time, but it's a lot more secure than the airdrop. The airdrop can miss some photos whenever you're doing this type of a transfer with this many files. And these are all going to be in order for how she photographed. You can see here on the Ralph Lauren t-shirt, you got the front, the tag, the back, pit to pit, length, and then the skew. So this is a very basic one, only 6 photos. Once that little circle is complete, then I like to drag this off to the side, and I have a folder on my desktop labeled photos, and I'm gonna highlight all these and then drag. And this actually can be kind of a sketchy situation because if you drag and put them on your desktop, you need to stop that or else it'll put all 551 on your desktop, and it's a huge problem. You can see here the circle is actually copying over those files, and it's, I guess, the same amount of time that it took from the phone. I mean, I imagine it's pretty similar. But yeah, they're all going into this photo section. And then before I delete them from my imports folder, I double check the photo section, like the photo file. I double check it to make sure that all 551 of those photos are in there, because you do not want to delete your photos and not get them on the computer, or else you're wasting a lot of time. As you can see here, so I'm going to highlight them, Command A again, and just drag to the side. 551 there in red means we got them all. So that was a good transfer. And then from here, I'm going to grab them all again and just right click and delete 551. And there they go. So they're all deleted. And then I just unplug this, and whenever I go to the camera and look for the previous photos, it's clear for the next work shift for Randy. And that's how I do it. So if you guys have any other questions, if that wasn't clear enough, let me know. I can, see how to make it more clear. But I just wanted to kind of, show you guys how to do the photos. You guys had the mid-roll ad, which I hope you guys like. It's a pretty decent sectional, and I really appreciate them for sponsoring. And then we also had the how to transfer, file. So pretty basic video, but, I have a lot of people watching that are just week 1, month 1, and reselling, and these are some things that they're actually, interested in. I actually had a guy reach out on Instagram. He sent me a couple messages, and I took a phone call with them right then and there to answer as many questions as I could, just because I did have some downtime. So if you guys are interested, you can hit me up on email. Instagram is one of the best ways, and always, like, in the comments, you can ask your questions and maybe get a video made for your questions. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate everyone that watches. The channel is it's cruising along. We're doing good. Randy's always doing her thing, and we're just continuing to try to improve and get better at this each and every day. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. It's a little weird holding the knife too. I will say that. It's a little like
Just a little.
This is my part-time employee.
Randy.
Okay, a little too exaggerated. Just
You said candid.
No, that was like people are gonna already just
Okay, well,
I'll just go like this, yeah, and then just say Randy.